Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you love tennis and all the emotional moments that remind us why we watch this beautiful sport, then today's story will touch your heart in a way you never expected. So before we dive in, make sure to subscribe and stay with us until the end, because what I'm about to share with you will leave you absolutely speechless. Now, tennis isn't just about powerful forehands, crushing serves, or the intense rivalries we see under the stadium lights. At its core, it's also about the human side, the moments that remind us that even our biggest champions need support, friendship, and love to keep going. And that's exactly what unfolded recently when Italian star Jannik Sinner made a quiet but emotional appearance at Aryna Sabalenka's practice session. Aryna Sabalenka has been going through so much in recent months. She's a warrior on the court, one of the most fearless competitors in the women's game, but off the court she has also faced battles that the world doesn't always see. Pressure, expectations, personal struggles. Sometimes we forget these athletes are human too. And in the middle of it all, having someone by your side who shows up for you, unconditionally, can mean everything. That's where Jannik Sinner stepped in. Fans who were lucky enough to be around during Sabalenka's practice were stunned when they spotted Sinner quietly entering the training grounds. At first, people thought it might just be a coincidence. Maybe he was passing through, maybe it was just casual. But then, the moment unfolded. Sinner didn't just pass by. He walked over, with that calm, humble demeanor he's known for, and gave Sabalenka the warmest show of support. Aryna, who had been in the middle of intense hitting drills, stopped. And when she saw Sinner, her face lit up in a way that words can barely describe. It wasn't the smile of an athlete hitting a great shot. It was the smile of someone who felt seen, valued, and cared for. The atmosphere changed instantly. The hitting, the noise, the background chatter, it all seemed to fade as the two shared a moment that tennis fans will never forget. Witnesses say Sinner clapped for her, offering encouragement, and even exchanged a few heartfelt words. Some fans described it as a brotherly gesture, others saw it as something even deeper, an unspoken bond of respect and admiration between two of the game's brightest stars. One thing was clear, it wasn't staged, it wasn't for cameras, it wasn't for publicity. It was real, raw, and emotional. And the internet exploded. Within hours, clips of the moment started circulating on social media. Fans couldn't stop talking about how genuine Sinner's love and support looked. Some wrote, "This is what tennis needs. Not just rivalries, but real friendships across the tour." Another fan commented, "Sinner showing up for Sabalenka proves why he's one of the most respected players in the game." But beyond the reactions, let's take a moment to understand why this small gesture hit so deep. For Aryna Sabalenka, who has carried the weight of being a top contender on the WTA Tour, the pressure has been relentless. She's had to be tough, she's had to fight, and she's had to keep pushing when everything seemed overwhelming. And sometimes, in those moments of vulnerability, having someone simply show up, without judgment, without expectation, can mean more than any trophy. And for Jannik Sinner, this wasn't about stealing attention. He's already proven himself on the ATP circuit. He's calm, collected, and one of the most admired young stars in tennis. His decision to step into Sabalenka's space, just to show love and encouragement, reveals so much about the man he is off the court. A man who understands that greatness isn't just measured by titles, but by compassion. As the clip spread online, fans from around the world started drawing comparisons to other emotional tennis moments. Federer comforting Nadal, Serena hugging Osaka, Djokovic consoling opponents after tough battles. But this one felt different. It wasn't at the end of a match. It wasn't in front of thousands of spectators. It was private. It was personal. And it was deeply moving. For Sabalenka, this could be the kind of emotional boost that makes all the difference as she continues her journey. We all know how mental strength is as important as physical preparation in tennis. And with someone like Sinner showing up, reminding her that she's not alone, that she's valued not just as a champion but as a person, that could inspire her in ways no coach or statistic ever could. And the fans? They couldn't get enough. Hashtags celebrating the moment began trending, edits of the clip went viral, and countless messages of support poured in. People from every corner of the tennis world united around one simple truth. Sometimes the most powerful moments aren't the ones where a player wins match point. They're the ones where love, kindness, and humanity shine through. So what does this mean moving forward? For Jannik Sinner, it only adds to his reputation as one of the classiest players on tour. And for Aryna Sabalenka, it's a reminder that she's not just admired for her fierce game, but loved for the person she is. Together, in that small yet unforgettable moment, they gave the tennis world a gift, proof that in a sport defined by competition, compassion will always win. In the end, maybe that's the biggest lesson for all of us. No matter how strong someone seems, no matter how invincible they look on the outside, everyone needs support. Everyone needs love. And sometimes, just showing up for someone, quietly, sincerely, without expecting anything in return, can change everything. So as fans, let's cherish this moment. Let's remember that while trophies fade, moments like this stay forever. And who knows? Maybe this is just the beginning of an even deeper connection between these two stars, whether as friends, allies, or simply human beings who understand what it means to be there for one another. This, right here, is why we love tennis. Not just for the battles on the court, but for the stories of heart, humanity, and hope that remind us we are all connected. Thank you for watching. If this moment touched you as much as it touched me, hit that like button, subscribe for more emotional tennis stories, and let me know in the comments what you felt when you saw Sinner and Sabalenka share this unforgettable exchange. Until next time, keep believing in the power of love, friendship, and the beautiful game of tennis.